I'm literally buying more makeup as I sit here with all this stuff. What is wrong with me? Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be my Sephora summer sale haul. A lot of people are calling it the VIB Rouge haul. I think we always defer to that, but it is a summer event and I think we're still having a fall sale. I wanted to make sure and have this video up for you before the sale ends in case you wanted any last minute ideas on things to pick up, and I definitely want to hear ideas from you as well. Before we get into my 2 boxes and my in-store purchases. If you're new here, I'm Yori. I do like to post a lot of haul videos as well as makeup reviews, and I would love to have you join my makeup family if you enjoy my video today. I do upload 3 times every single week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Now, let's get into these boxes. I literally just got my boxes today, and I'm so excited. I haven't even opened everything. We've got some packing material. And pretty much everything is thrown in the box as usual. So if anything is broken, back it goes. I really don't understand why they don't take better care with packaging the items, because that's a lot of money lost if people have to return things. But let's get into what I got. This is something that you would have seen on the video that I did with Drea, where we were talking about how we would spend $200 at Sephora, and I mentioned this brush cleaner. It is the Sonic Clean Sonic Makeup Brush Cleaner. So that's what it looks like, and it is supposed to deep clean your makeup brushes. It's a USB chargeable, basically vibrating device that is supposed to get your brushes really nice and deep clean, and it does have one of those silicone pads at the bottom. If I get done filming this video early enough today, I will definitely try that out tonight if I can charge it. Comes with this little instruction pamphlet. They're already doing better than that Simple Human mirror where they didn't send me any instructions at all. Oh, and you actually get a very nice container. I thought it was just in the plastic thing, but you actually get a container where you can clean your brushes. This is really interesting. So there's the USB charger and the device itself. So we will see how that goes. I will definitely report back. Next, we have something from Jouer. This is the Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer Lip Balm. I also mentioned this in that video, so clearly I put in my time planning how I was going to spend that money. And here's what it looks like. Oh, it's a beautiful packaging. Here's what that packaging looks like. It's got some flowers on the cover and then the Jouer name. It's kind of a blush pink color. It kind of matches my top. And here is the product. Let's give it a swatch. Very sheer, balmy feeling. Very pretty nude shade. This is just what I was expecting, so I can't wait to try that out. I'll probably wear that to work tomorrow. Next, we have a product from Ilia, and honestly, the way things are going, a foundation is about the last thing I need. This is one of those brands that's supposed to be clean at Sephora, and it is the True Skin Serum Foundation. I don't believe that this is available in store, at least I haven't seen it in any of my stores, and it's just supposed to be one of those clean at Sephora brands, and it's a serum foundation, which I have a tendency to like foundations like that. I picked mine up in the shade, I think it's Chios, but I'm not sure. The ingredient list looks pretty good in terms of the foundation. The very first ingredient is aloe leaf juice, which is interesting, coconut alkanes, caprylyl, methicone, polyglycerol, and so on. It's got some really nice oils. It's got vitamin E. It does have alcohol, but the alcohol is listed way at the bottom of the list. So this is what the product looks like. It's a shake well before use, and it is the True Skin Serum Foundation. I'm really excited about this one, and I matched my shade based on the shade matcher that Sephora uses online. So we'll see how that goes. I have another foundation, and this one is from Kevyn Aucoin. This is their new foundation balm. I picked mine up in the shade medium number 7. Here's what the interior of the packaging looks like. This one does come with a brush, which is really nice. It feels like your typical foundation buffer brush. I like that they included a brush. That's really nice. And here is the foundation pot. Wow, this is very small. You do receive 0.7 ounces of product in this foundation. And here's what that looks like. I think that'll be a good shade match. I'm getting really good at shade matching online. I'm so excited. I saw this on, I think it was Charlotte Holdcroft's channel, and she really enjoyed it. I think she got it like pretty early on, close to launch, and I was really curious to try it out. I don't think I have any foundation like this. It's really like no muss, no fuss kind of packaging, and the little brush that it comes with is really cute. So this one is like a whole experience. What? It fits in the palm of my hand. Why is it so little? This is the Viseart Rose Edit eyeshadow palette. This was also in the video I did with Drea. I was dead serious about the stuff that I put on my wish list. And I added this Viseart palette. I love Viseart as a brand. Their eyeshadows are really good quality, but also a little bit pricey. And I was always curious about this palette because the nice thing about Viseart is that they're geared towards makeup artists. So when they release palettes, it's usually all matte or all shimmer so that there's no cross-contamination between the shades. And in this case, they're kind of taking it more towards the mainstream makeup user and creating palettes that have a combination of both. So I really like that, and I picked the Rose Edit. There's also a warm edit, which if I like this one, I might buy that as well. But look at how little this is. Why is it so small? It doesn't look like that in the picture. Here's what your shades look like. The lights do wash them out a little bit. They are kind of like rosy peachy tones. It's a lot peachier than I thought it was going to be, actually. I would definitely still classify this palette as a warm tone palette with the exception of the two purpley shades there. So after the initial shock of how small it is has worn off, I like the shades. I'm gonna try it out. Maybe I'll wear this one to work tomorrow as well. Interesting little travel-friendly palette. I knew it was gonna be small. This is actually smaller than their traditional 12 pan palettes. You're getting 8 grams of total product here, so it's still a decent amount. I mean, I never go through any eyeshadow palette anyway. Here's something that was not in that video. I was thinking for a second, I feel like I'm filming the same video twice, but this was not in that video. This is from Melt Cosmetics, and this is the Liquid Set Lipstick, and it's one of those nudes. I picked up the shade Golden. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was supposed to be the one that was inspired by the olive undertones, and I have olive undertones, but I don't know how this mustardy lipstick shade is gonna look on me. Maybe I have to shake this. Let me shake it. It was looking a little watery. Got an interesting wand. It's kind of shaped a little bit like a shark fin. It is a doe foot, but just an interesting shape. Smells good. Go ahead and swatch it. Oh, this is an interesting shade. I'll show you the swatch right now. You can see that it does pick up the undertone in my skin. It's this one right here. That's gonna be interesting. Probably not for every day, but definitely interesting for a more artistic look. It reminds me a lot of the Desi Katie collab lipstick that they had that was called More Creamer Please. It kind of has that mustardy tone to it, and I've worn that lipstick. I also grabbed a couple of other items from Melt Cosmetics. I saw these on Tara Baby's channel. Her channel is so bad for my shopping problem. Every time I watch one of her hauls, I feel like I buy at least one thing that she's hauling. I saw these on her channel and she was so happy with them. These are the Melt Genesis Digital Dust Highlighters. So this one is the more peachy tone, and I did grab the other one as well. Always worry so much with highlighters that they might arrive broken. So let's take a look. So the compact is really nice. Strong magnet. Okay, there we go. And here is that shade. Ooh, it's got a beautiful peach duochrome shift. And look at the pattern inside the compact. It's so pretty. I almost don't want to mess it up, but of course we gotta mess it up. Look at that. That might actually complement the Viseart palette really, really well. Let's swatch it here. Very pigmented tone. Ooh, I don't know if that'll be too dark for me, but if it's too dark for me as a highlighter, I think she mentioned that she was using it as a blush, like a really luminous blush. I would definitely be up for that. It's a really beautiful color. Really beautiful, peachy and delicious. I think the other one, yeah, the other one is in this box as well. And this one is the Morningstar Digital Dust Highlight. So this is the lighter shade of the two. These are the two new ones in their collection. Same kind of compact, and you can see this one is much lighter. Same pattern inside, although it's harder to show you this one because of the lighting. It just says Melt Cosmetics in script. Really pretty. I'm gonna swatch it. I have that one here. Much lighter tone for sure. Swatch it right underneath. That one's a much more icy tone, but I think it would definitely work with my skin tone, and I can definitely mix the two and customize a shade because they look very complementary actually, don't you think? Last thing in this box is from Dominique Cosmetics, so we're back to that collaboration video again. So this is the Prisma Glow Highlight Effects palette, and it looks okay. It's got a sleeve. Very nice that the interior palette is just as nice as the outer sleeve, and it just says Prisma Glow and Dominique Cosmetics. So here's what the palette looks like. These shades are gorgeous. So you've got Skin Gloss, that's a cream shade, Golden Hour, Fire Glow, and Pink Haze. We have to swatch these. Ooh, that gloss feels really like glossy. This one might be a little bit too deep for me. So there are the 4 shades. Let's give them a swatch. So this is the gloss. Wow, the gloss really picks up. Then we have the first shade, the second, and the third. Actually, they're not so dark. I have a feeling if I mix this one or go in with a really light hand, I probably could use them. I think that they actually did a really good job making it versatile shades. I think just this one might be a little too light for someone of a deeper skin tone. Probably me too, but again, I can mix it with one of the other ones. They're a little bit powdery. I think they're picking up really well on camera. The shades are beautiful. That gloss was really interesting, but I think that it would be great for layering highlights, which is something I love to do when I'm looking for that really intense glow. Today I'm actually wearing like 3 highlights. I finally filmed my Charlotte Tilbury video, and I just wanted to try out as many products as I could so that you can see them all in action, and so I ended up wearing like 3 highlighters. But I think my skin looks good. So in general, the only thing I would say is that the packaging is a little bit bulky. I don't think it was necessary to have it be quite that bulky, but it is pretty. The cover doesn't go all the way back though, if you were wondering. It does have a mirror, which is a pretty good size. Pretty interesting palette. I've liked the items that I've bought from Dominique Cosmetics, and I was just really curious about this one. So that was everything in the first box. I do have my packing slip here. I'm just double checking because I have had it happen that sometimes they forget to put something in there, but I think everything is here. So everything is accounted for. So let's get into box number 2. All right, only 3 items here. And speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, I finally picked up her Glowgasm face palettes. I got both of them because, you know, when you're a medium skin tone and there's 2 shade options, it's kind of hard to tell what shade is going to be for you. So here's what that looks like. This is so beautiful. I should have used this in my video, but then, I mean, it would have been a first impression. But anyway, I have so many Charlotte Tilbury products on my face already. But oh my gosh, this is so pretty. See, this one is the Glowgasm, it says. Is that the darker of the 2? Here's what it looks like. That's so pretty. This is gorgeous. This is so pretty. I'm sure you've seen it already, but look at how beautiful those powders are. This reminds me a lot of that Natasha Denona blush palette. The powders feel very nice. Pretty much the thing that concerned me the most is not so much the blushes or highlighters, it was the bronzer. I wanted to make sure I would be able to wear it. So this one is the Glowgasm face palette, and it is the medium dark one, the Lovegasm one. There are the shades, and we're gonna swatch. Pretty swatches. I think the bronzer will definitely work. Look at that. Oh, it's so peachy and beautiful. I think I'll definitely be able to use all 4 of those shades. I really wanted these palettes, but they were $75 each, and I'm glad I waited until like all the reviews came in and it got really positive reviews. People really enjoy these palettes. They were advising to use natural hair brushes to pick up the powders, so I will definitely do that. I have lots of beautiful natural hair brushes I can use for that. So that was the darker of the 2 palettes, and I also picked up the lighter one. The lighter one is called Lightgasm. My best friend actually has this one and she loves it, but she's very, very fair. So that's why I wasn't sure which shade I would be. So here's this one. Oops. So here's this one, and I think with this one, I probably will use the 3 products as illuminators, and we'll see how the bronzer swatches. Let me take a look. So there's that palette. This is kind of like the Chloe and Becca collaboration where they had 2 shades for you to choose from. Let's see, should I swatch there? Can you see down here? Yeah. See, this one definitely has a much lighter vibe. Much lighter vibe than the other one. I think I'll still be able to use this palette, but truly I'm somewhere in between. I would have loved to have included these in my Charlotte Tilbury video, but you guys know I will come back and do a haul update anyway in a couple weeks. I'm almost ready to update you on my previous Sephora haul that I did before I knew that there was a sale. The last thing I got is something from VIB. I was actually in store and I saw that they added a couple of new VIB items. I've mentioned VIB in my empties videos. I really like the Ghost line. It's really good for my hair, which is really fine because it washes it really well, but it doesn't weigh it down. I really enjoy it. And I saw that they started creating this new line, which is the Ready, Reset, and Go line, and it's supposed to be like a clarifying line. And I mentioned also in my empties video that they have discontinued my favorite Briogeo clarifying shampoo, which I truly rely on because I use a lot of dry shampoo on my hair and everything, and it's important to get that buildup out of your hair. So in this kit you're supposed to get 4 full-size items or 3 full-size items and the Ghost oil. So you're gonna get the shampoo, the mask, and the Reset Sealing Mist. I've been really impressed with this brand, and look at this presentation. When I saw that they had this little kit online, because I was browsing the store before the sale started, oh, here's everything. These are definitely full-size products. So here you have the clarifying shampoo, sulfate free, so it's not gonna hurt my Brazilian blowout. Then you have the Reset mask. These actually smell good. And the sealing mist. So it's a whole system, plus you do get the Ghost oil. This was a phenomenal deal. I am so excited about this. Let's smell it. My one complaint about VIB, it's sealed, but I can kind of smell something. It's just, I like my shampoos to be fragranced, and these are not heavily fragranced. I just wish that they had like a little bit of a stronger smell. But either way, they work so well. I've really loved this, and I think that this is an amazing set. I have a feeling this was one of the first things to sell out. It was such a good price too. I'll have all the prices of everything on screen like I usually do. And hopefully this comes back in stock because it's a great set. I'm really excited. And this is a really nice tin too. I like the color. So that's everything I got in my first online order. They just separated it into 2 boxes. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I got in store. And basically I just went after work one day and I checked out what they had in store, and I was specifically looking for a couple of foundations. These are a couple of new like tinted moisturizer kind of products that are added to the Laura Mercier line, and this is the Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer, and this is the Tinted Moisturizer Natural Skin Perfector. There was one point where the Laura Mercier representative was in the store and she was actually wearing these combined, and it looked like she was not wearing any foundation, and it just looked beautiful on her, like truly beautiful. And I was like, I need those. So here is the Radiance one. No, this one is the Illuminating one, and this one is the Tinted Moisturizer. So the Tinted Moisturizer I picked up in the shade 3N1 Sand, and I was able to swatch these in store. And then this one, the Illuminating one, I picked up in the shade Natural Radiance. There's a lot more shades of the Tinted Moisturizer than this one. This one has like 4 or 5 shades, and the Tinted Moisturizer has a lot more shades. Now what I did was I went ahead and I picked them up, but I had the girl make me up a couple of samples so that way I can try out the product, because I wanted to take advantage of the sale. I wanted them right away. So I had her prepare me a couple of samples, which are right here, so that way I can try these, see how I like them, if they match my skin tone well when they're actually applied, and not open these, so if I need to return them, it won't be wasted product. I really don't like returning items or wasting products, and well, I'm looking at my beauty station and pretty much everything there is going to eventually be trashed because there's no way I could humanly use it in my lifetime or that it would even last that long, but it's a squeezy tube. I'm just gonna leave it upright like this, but it is a squeezy tube, and I think Laura Mercier does really beautiful complexion products, so I was really curious about those. I did the same thing about the Fenty foundation. Wait, that's not the Fenty foundation. This is the Fenty foundation. I did the same thing for the Fenty foundation. This is the new one, the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, and I picked mine up in the shade 260, and I also had her make me up a sample. So I'm gonna work with the samples and see how I like them, and if I do, then I will definitely keep the foundation. I think it's really a much more responsible thing to do, so I'm not going to use this one until I know for sure from the sample if I'm going to keep it or not. So I decided to go with the shade 260. For the regular Pro Filter foundation, her original one, I have the shade 270, and it's a really good match, but it's a little bit more peachy, and lately I've been leaning more towards the neutrals. So this 260 is supposed to be neutral. So here you have the pump, and it's nice packaging, but it's not as pretty as the original, right? Her original foundation had such beautiful packaging. I think she did a primer in that kind of packaging. It would have been nice to have had another bottle like that one. It was so pretty. So this was also from Fenty Beauty. I picked up the foundation brush. Can't help myself, brushes. That goes with the collection, and it is a buffing brush. And that's what this one looks like. Let's take a look. So here you have the buffing brush. It's really nice. It's very dense, very, very dense. So this is just supposed to be to buff your foundation in, and I love brushes. I have a couple of Fenty Beauty eye brushes, and I have the highlight brush as well. And I've actually had a very good experience with her brushes. I find them to be really good quality, maybe a little pricey, but really good quality brushes. I'll definitely report back on those. Now, when I was in store, Sephora was running a promotion that if you purchased any foundation, you could receive a foundation brush from the Sephora collection for 50% off, and these are the ones that I chose. I have this one, which is the number 47 brush. I've had my eye on this one for quite some time. So officially like 30 years later, this is an angled brush, and I wanted it for cream contour. I think that it's really good to fit right here in the contours of your cheek or along your hairline. I think it would be really, really great. I really like the shape. I can't remember who was saying they really love this brush, but they have the small one, the little mini, the 47.5. I can't remember right now. I like to give credit about where I hear about things, but I picked up the number 47 brush, and it was 50% off, and then on top of the 50% off, they also gave me the sale discount, which was awesome. I also picked up this one, which is the number 64, and this one was categorized under brushes that would be sheer finish to your foundation, and we all know I love a good sheer finish. Oh, it's so soft. Really interesting. So this one is like a duo fiber brush. So the surface of the brush is the longer fibers. Oh, it feels wonderful. I have a feeling I'm gonna love this for foundation. It feels so good. I'm gonna try this one tomorrow. So that was the number 64 Pro Diffuser, and it's so great that they had that promotion going on with the sale. I also picked up some lashes. I've been loving wearing false lashes lately. I'm not wearing lashes today because I'm trying out a new mascara, but I picked up these by the House of Lashes. They look so fluttery and pretty. These are in the style Valentina. Really pretty. I just think especially on camera, false lashes look so, so pretty. I think that it looks pretty like this as well, but it just elevates your look just a little bit more if you're wearing lashes. I don't know what I was thinking about this one. So this is a Refresh and Prep lip scrubber, and basically it's just a tool for exfoliating your lips. I'm struggling with all this packaging. Okay, so here it is. So it's basically just a tool to exfoliate your lips. It's a silicone pad. It honestly feels a lot like the masking tool that I have. The masking tool is just a little bit bigger. And then on this end, it would have like a scooper. And I use it to scoop out my face masks. But yeah, this one is designed specifically for the lips. And I'm always fighting with my dry lips. And I thought that this would be really helpful. But mostly I'm just a sucker for gadgets because I could use a toothbrush. Here's another gadget that got me. This one is the Sephora Hair Scalp Massager, and it's a similar thing. So it is supposed to be an ergonomic scalp massager believed to increase circulation to support healthy scalp and hair. You can use it wet or dry and paired with your favorite products. You can use it dry, huh? So it feels very plasticky, but I just feel like I'm brushing my hair. I could see myself using this in the shower. All my dry shampoo is coming out on the teeth. Oh boy. Feels good though. You know, you can never emulate that shampoo at the beauty salon. Maybe this could do it. Well, look, I got volume too. Okay, it's time to stop now. Here's something that got me. They had a display right in the front of the store with this little guy. Yes, it's Tatcha, which means it's really expensive. It is the Silk Peony Melting Eye Cream. I was thinking, since I'm trying out that retinol product, that I should have a really good moisturizer. So this one says it is an anti-aging cushiony eye cream that melts to release a shield of hydration for visibly smoother silken skin. It looks to have really great ingredients. And it has squalene, which a lot of you did recommend that I use that when I'm using a retinol. I've been using it for a couple days and I haven't had any adverse effects. This is beautiful. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to show you this, but the cap, yeah, it's not gonna show. The cap is translucent, and through the cap there appears to be a flower inside. So here is what the cream looks like. I did get a chance to try it out in store, and it feels really hydrating, and it feels like it could smooth fine lines and wrinkles as well. It did state on the display that you can wear it under makeup, which is something that I like, because I find that sometimes if you are using too hydrating of an eye cream or a cream in general, it can reduce the wear of your makeup as well. So I am glad that it says it can be worn under makeup. This is another thing from the Drea video. Did I buy everything in that video? When I edit, I'm gonna put in a note if I bought everything in that video. I'm not sure. Anyway, this was also in that video. This is the Fresh Sugar Lemon Hydrating Lip Balm. I have a lot of lip balms kind of all around, and you know, to be honest, I don't like to have multiple skincare products open at one time, but you know, at this point, I want to enjoy my stuff. I want to know what it's all about, so I'm just gonna open them and use them as I want because I have them. It's silly to leave them sitting around, or else I just shouldn't have bought them. So I have heard amazing things about this. The fresh balms, it smells so good, like definitely edible. The fresh balms are delicious. I love the caramel one. I have one of those, and even the ones that come in the bullet form are really good. So I'm looking forward to getting into that one, and I'll probably use it tonight. Love that. Another thing from that video, this is the Artist. I know what I didn't buy. I didn't buy the Tarte Chrome Pot because Ulta Beauty carries that, and I'm gonna use my points on it. So eventually I'll buy it, but I didn't buy it, not yet. So I didn't buy everything. This was on the list though. This is the Diamond Lights Finisher from Artist Couture, and you know, I was swatching this in store and it's definitely different. So I was trying to swatch it even in store, and because the product itself is chunky, it doesn't immediately come out of the little like sifter. Okay, I have some. See, you can see that it's kind of like thicker granules in there, and then when you start to apply them is when they begin to break down. It's so strange. See, they begin to kind of melt. Look at that. I love that shade. I think that it suits my skin tone really well, and I wanted it for like those glass eye kind of looks, or what are they called? Like if you use balms, I forget what it's called. Melissa, what's her name? Not Melissa. Mariah Leonard is always doing looks like that with like eyeglosses or eye glazes, and I think that this will look just beautiful. It's really interesting how it comes out chunky, but then it kind kind of starts to melt into your skin. I'm really getting into products like this because I feel like they just add like a little extra something to your makeup looks. Like it really takes it to an elevated status. So that's something from Artist Couture. I don't have too many things from the brand, but I do enjoy their loose highlighters. They're beautiful. Here is something that I am picking up. This was on recommendation from Andrea Renee. She's always talking about the Sephora collection. She's one of the few that really tries a lot of the different products from the Sephora collection. And actually, who else? Babs Beauty. So Stephanie from Babs Beauty was also talking about these blushes. I'm not sure if they're new, but it's one of those dual blushes, and that's what that one looks like. There was another shade that I really wanted, but that one was sold out in store, and so I went with this one, which is the shade Peach Blossom. You can see it's kind of a dual tone blush. You can probably do one or the other and then maybe swirl them. Swirled, it doesn't look like that different, but let's see. So that was the lighter part, the darker part, and then swirled. Yeah, it definitely looks like the darker shade dominates when you swirl them together. It's a really pretty color. It reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Peachy Love Blush Trio. Definitely a shade I will get a lot of use from, and I'm just curious to try it out. So this is the Sephora Matte Perfection Blush Duo. That's what it's called. 2 more items to go and we are all done with this haul. These are from Milk Makeup. So these are their new highlighters. They're the powder highlighters, and I picked up the shades Blitzed and Lit. I saw Atlee with these and a couple of other people I've seen with these. They just look so beautiful. So here's what that compact looks like. I have a lot of highlighters. So this one is the shade Blitzed, and I know this was not the popular shade. The popular shade was the other one, Lit. So when I was shopping online, the shade Lit was already gone. I knew that it was going to be the popular one. I think some people received these in PR, and I wasn't sure about it. So I was like, well, I'll just check my local store. Maybe some of them will have it in stock and I can pick it up there. And they did. When I went to store, they did have it, the shade Lit, but they had this one, and I swatched this one. To be honest, this is the one that appeals to me more. It's kind of like a rose gold color. Let me open the other one so we can compare. So this one is the shade Lit, and it's more of your typical champagne. So here they are side by side, Lit and Blitzed. This is the one I really wanted, but then like FOMO got into me, and I'm like, I don't want to miss out if that's the better one. Let me just get it. I ended up with both because I didn't want to leave Blitzed. I just really liked it. So they both feel super creamy. There they are. So you can see this one pulls more gold, and then this one is a little more rosy. So that one is Lit. Wow. And this one is Blitzed. They're so different. They're so different. I feel like I'm in Devil Wears Prada, but this is definitely more pink, right? This is definitely more rose gold, definitely more champagne. But you know, now that I swatched them and I can see them on screen there, those are looking pretty. I saw their new foundation, the foundation stick, and honestly, that one did not appeal to me at all. Not even a little bit. Most of the shades were not even swatched. They were like freshly put out. But when I started swatching the shades, there was a little bit of a drag when I rubbed the product on my skin. It just seemed a little stiff. And I love the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Stick so much that I don't think there's going to be another foundation stick that's going to come close to that. So I was like, why even try? It's really not speaking to me. So I didn't want to force the issue, and I was a lot more interested in the foundations that I grabbed here. Anyway, those are the Milk Makeup highlighters. I think I have enough highlighter to last me forever. I'm really impressed by the texture of this. It says Pearl Packed Silky Highlighter that hydrates to plump skin so formula goes on smooth without settling, leaving a next level glow. I'm really interested to try these. They seem somewhat different. I think I did pretty well. I don't think I should be getting any new makeup anytime soon. I say that, but yet my dining room table has a couple of packages that are arriving from other places, not Sephora. This is where we are, and I'm surrounded by makeup. I can't wait to play with the makeup tomorrow. It's already too late the day that I'm filming. It's 11:20. I was also thinking I'm gonna plug in that brush cleaner and I'm gonna clean all my brushes. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna wash my face and I'm gonna go to bed so that I can edit this video tomorrow and have it ready for you for Sunday. I hope you did enjoy it. I love sharing my hauls with you, so hopefully you don't mind. And like I've told you, I'll continue hauling if you continue watching. So please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy hauls, reviews, favorites, and all those fun things related to makeup. I'd be happy to have you join my makeup family. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I had a lot of fun. Stay tuned for Tuesday where you will see my full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I think my makeup looks really good today and it's all Charlotte Tilbury, so I want to share my hits and misses with you. Other than that, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me, or a lot of minutes in the case of today. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again really, really soon and to hearing your thoughts down in the comments. Bye-bye.